Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It is the beginning of the month, so you know what that means. Oh, yeah. It's dividend portfolio time. Let's go. So 2 months ago, I was despondent, only pulling in $71 in dividends. This month, I'm back in business with $125 in dividends. This brings my year-to-date total from January to now up to $608. That's like a check right there. That's decent. I also made one big controversial change to my dividend portfolio. I'll reveal in a bit, so just stick around for that as well. And then here is a list of the dividends I got, starting from smallest to largest. And if you're new here, I'll go over some of the smaller ones and work my way down to the much bigger ones. Starting with the smallest honorable mention is Microsoft, paying me a whopping 75 cents. You can get this too if you invested around $360 into Microsoft, or about 0.8 shares. Rolling in next is Lennar, paying me $4.26, and this is a quarterly dividend. For your reference, this is about what $1,173 in Lennar would get you, and that reinvested into 0.047 more shares, which will then go buy me more next quarter. There's a structural housing shortage in the US, and I think one of the big home builders is positioned to do well, so Lennar is one of my long holds. Moving on, next is UPS, paying me a nice $5.18. And for your reference, this is about what $340 invested in UPS would pay you quarterly, or about three shares, essentially, 3.1 shares. Now, speaking of UPS, this is where I'll make my big announcement. Moving on to the dividend snowball, you'll see it's gone up slowly from the dividends reinvesting, $5.01, $5.10, $5.18. However, this past one, it does not say reinvested. That's because I turned off dividend reinvestment for all my dividends, except for what's in my Roth IRA, which is just mostly Realty income. We'll get to that one later. Now, I know what you're thinking, like, am I shooting myself in the foot? Definitely hindering long-term growth, but this is the whole point of dividend investing. My income, my personal income is down. I'm 100% commission. And I guess people are spending less on phones in the retail industry because it's a real thing. My income is down about like 10-20% on the year. So that's real lost income. I started a side hustle delivering for Walmart. And I also turned off dividend reinvestment, which will actually pay me $100 to $200 every month. That's real income that I get to help save up in cash. And to me, that's the whole point of dividend investing. When you need the cash, you just turn off dividend reinvestment and you get the cash. I can see the vision because I know while compounding is paused now with DRIP turned off, once I resume my investments and my dividend reinvestments with 20, 30 years of compounding growth, I can see the vision where these dividends are something I can eventually live off of. But what do you think in the comments? Am I foolish? Is it smart? Am I dumb as hell for investing in dividends in the first place at my age? Who knows? All right, now we're getting into the big dogs. Coming in at number 5 is QYLG, which paid me $8.33. And again, that did not reinvest because I turned off dividend reinvestment around the middle of the month. For your reference, this covered call ETF, if you had about $1,200 invested, that's what you would get paid. And this is actually a monthly dividend as well, or about 40 shares. Coming in at number 4 is Old Reliable SPHD, which paid me $15.35. And again, that did not reinvest as well. So this natural dividend snowball we see, 15-17, it went down because February. It went down. I don't know why it went down, actually. It went down, but there was a natural dividend reinvestment snowball, 11, 12, 13, 13.90, 14. So that's going to pause because I turned off dividend reinvestment. So it should stay around 15.35 going forward. But that cash goes straight into my bank account. So that's nice. This is about what $3,600 invested in an SPHD would get you. And this is monthly as well, by the way, not quarterly. And it's about 73 shares worth. Taking home the bronze at number 3 is Carnival, which I personally love. They paid me $15.64. And again, no dividend reinvestment there. There was a natural dividend snowball when I got their last dividend in February of $15.55. That bought a little bit more shares, which brought it up, 9 cents to where it is now. But going forward, if I still have dividend reinvestment turned off next quarter, this $15.64 should stay about the same. For your reference, this is about what 2,800 invested in Carnival would get you, or about 104 shares. I did do something else really cool. Since I have 100 shares of Carnival, I sold a covered call. Basically, I gave the right to someone to purchase the shares, and the strike price was $42, and the expiration is next month on July 17th. I did collect a premium of $129, so that's more income I can generate. And then you better believe next month when this call expires, I'm going to sell another covered call. So that's just another way of me generating income off of my Carnival investment. Also, owning 100 shares in Carnival, I get discounts on Carnival cruises, which it's just another benefit. Taking home number 2, the silver, is Realty income over in my Roth IRA. Now again, I did keep dividend reinvestment on in my Roth IRA, so this dividend snowball is just going to keep going. And because it's in my Roth IRA, it's tax-free. The government's not getting their grubby paws on this one. Last month, 2407, reinvested. This month's higher, 2718. Next month's going to be higher because this reinvested into 0.44 more shares. I did the same thing as Carnival here. I sold another covered call because I have 100 shares, and I collected a premium of about $90. So that's really nice. This expires in September, so there is a little bit more risk if Realty income goes past the strike price of $70. But the thought of selling options and covered calls in a Roth tax-free is just insane to me. So you better believe I'm going to keep doing that as well. And then again, for your reference, this is about what $6,000 invested into Realty income would pay you. And it pays monthly, not quarterly. So this is monthly. Or about 100 shares. And taking home the gold, we got such a great company here, Pfizer. They paid me a whopping $35.12, which this did reinvest into 1.35 more shares because that was just before I turned off dividend reinvestment. And for your reference, this is about what $2,100 invested into Pfizer would pay you quarterly, about $35, or about 83 shares worth. That is a nice dividend yield of 6.71%. And if I still have DRIP turned off next quarter, this will just be 35 straight into my bank account every 3 months. So that's pretty nice. All in all, $125 in dividends last month, bringing my total over $600 to the year. So that's not nothing. The snowball is temporarily paused, but this is just temporary. That's the whole point of dividend investing. I need a little bit extra cash. I paused it. I'm getting about 100 or 200 or so every month, just straight into my bank account. You can see the vision. With 20, 30 more years of compounding, this can just supplement, what I need for income in the future. So that's exciting. Hit that like and subscribe button to follow along, because this journey is just going to keep going. And I really appreciate you guys watching to the end, and I hope you have a good day.